guys, welcome back to today's video. It is February 3rd. Today is a Tuesday. I'm going to be going over today's setup. This was the setup which I did not take. In fact, when Blad took this trade, or Big Dog, everyone was actually a little surprised because everyone thought it was invalidated, but I guess he was going based off of a 15-minute fractal. But yeah, so today it was just kind of like a no trade day for me. Overall, this was the majority of New York session. Not the best price action. And yeah, I do believe everyone's like, oh, we're in a bearish market. This is just one giant ass correction, bro. And we're already starting to see the shift back into bull run. We already have a break here. Anyways, I will be going over the shorts that we were looking at, or the idea that I had in my mind. We're actually still working off of the same 4-hour order block here. And we actually very slightly grabbed 4-hour liquidity at the top there. When I jumped down to the 1 hour, there wasn't much to work off of other than the fact that we had grabbed liquidity from here. And when I looked at the 15, we do have a bearish break to the downside, and so I was basically using this order block right here. And then from there, I was just looking at the 5-minute, right? To be honest with you, I didn't quite catch this, but it is valid. Not until I looked in the chat, but I was basically waiting for price to just give me my first actual break to the downside, right? And then start to look for shorts from there. But there was a short that actually, or a break to the downside that did occur. So right here, break to the downside, and then I had thought, like everybody else, that this is the swing of our 5-minute, right? So we do finally have one break above here and then a second break above here, making this break in our favor invalidated. Now what Blad was doing was he based it off of the fractal of this swing. So 2 breaks above here makes it invalidated. I didn't even consider 15-minute to be like that, so I have no idea. Somebody will ask him on those weekly Zooms. I'm just gonna say, I'm just not even gonna like consider that idea, right? I'm just gonna stick to exactly what I know. I mean, yes, we'll have to see for now, but for now, I'm going to just stick to what I know, and based on the 5-minute, this was invalidated. We waited for fresh breaks. Fresh break happens here. Lots of liquidity generated, but nothing was actually grabbed. All of these lower highs, right? We actually even have a second break right here. Very close to being a wick transfer, but that's fine. And that was pretty much it. So like, ideally what I would have liked to seen is, like, let's say right here, price grabs up, this liquidity comes into this order block and then shoots down, right? That was the idea for my setup today, but we didn't get the liquidity to grab, or we didn't get anything really. So surprisingly though as well, because it is a Tuesday, but I mean, I understand why Blad took this trade. Like, he was basically just going off of the 15-minute, right? Like, we have a break to the downside, bunch of liquidity grabbed, and that's it, right? And then it's just a PA level. So I always had this question where it's like, if we see the setup on the 15-minute, do we just use a 5-minute PMA to take that trade? Is it the same thing? And I remember I had that question like months ago, and I never actually really asked him. But anyways, what I'm kind of expecting, what I'm hoping really for, is during the remainder of New York, Asia, London, we create a 4-hour. We basically, I want to see a second break. I want to confirm that 4 hours is actually bearish. Because if not, then we're just basically working off of like the next order block would be up here, and I'd have to work off of like all these 1 hour order blocks, which is fine. But it almost feels like I'm counter trending, which according to the strategy is not, but according to structure it might feel like it. Anyways, we will see you guys tomorrow. I start work soon at my new location, so today is a bit of a exciting day. Got repermed. Alright, see you guys tomorrow.